Arua Taxi Park, and the other government facilities. Honorable Raphael Magezi returned to restore sanity to the city after about 1.5 years ago, where he met the city leaders, vendors, and other stakeholders in the city council hall. Farish Majid has more.
Raphael Magezi, the Cabinet Minister for Local Government, spent almost the whole of 4th of November 2023 in a meeting with the leaders of Arua City, the market vendors, plus other stakeholders at the council hall. Accompanied by other officials from the Ministry of Local Government, Magezi says his main reason for returning to the city after about 1.5 years is to put an end to the mess within the city witnessed by the scandals at the main taxi park, Arua main market, and the recent being at the value addition plant with the new strategies he comes along with.
For me, right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm not here to seek favors and love and friendship. I'm here to seek work and development for Arua City. So I come for the principle. The principle now, last time I was here, we had no law. And we had just guidelines. Today I come with the law. And I want us to implement this law. I don't mind whether you think I'm a good man or a bad man. What I mind about is order in Arua City.
As a result of the scandals exhibited within the city, the relationship between some of the leaders within the city has been sour. But with this coming, this also helps the city mayor Wadrisam Nyakua and the Central Division Member of Parliament Atimabuti Lee Jackson to reconcile their differences.
We got elected, we assumed offices, we started working together, we started moving to ministries together. I want to concur with you. And that day, Honourable Minister, when you were here, you reconciled us. We shook hands. We had each other with the city mayor here. But what he just said, Urumamongari among our members, will not let us continue with that reconciliation. City Mayor, I hope today you are saying today marks the end of the rift. Let it be the end of the rift and we move together.
When you sanctioned the investigations, Honorable Minister, I requested you, because I was one of the main subjects. I was alleged to have tendered all the toilets in the Gorofa for myself. I was alleged to have gotten 10 lockups for myself. You saw how I was abused by those people who were organized, how I was humiliated. But when we came here the following day, I decided those people should be forgiven because they don't know what they were doing. They were anyway arranged. The issues should have been resolved, but they were not resolved. I thank God you are finally here. So my quarrel with you is over.
Some of the leaders and the vendors who attended the meeting lauded the minister for coming to intervene for the second time in order to address the mess within the city.
We want to thank you. Finally, I want to request that this Market Act booklet be given to us, particularly the speakers, so that we internalize ahead of council meeting, which we are yet to go and schedule. Probably we shall have an extraordinary council meeting. Want to thank everyone. We are moving forward. We want to put aside the past and we want to cast it and we throw it completely in the doom.
One major challenge is cheap politics to gain popularity. This is what should not be there. Then the other thing is, I think the recommendation I can give one also. Now, in the recommendation, we are actually begging, asking the minister to ensure that what we have put there should be put in place, because that is a new market, should have a very stable revenue collection, and we should keep it in order.
So this one is very holistic. We are talking without biasness. I know soon even my daughter will marry Yoweri. But I'm saying that what belongs to us should remain here. Maybe the movable assets, because they want to move, they want to commute and do a lot of things. But fixed assets, really. I'm from the bottom of my heart, my dear brother, Honorable Minister. I know soon we are welcoming you here. You will be part of this city, but you will be loved to see the leaders in very, very, very clean places. I could even not come here and sign my book in my office, but it's very unfortunate that I commute from home. At times we sit at the mayor's reception, which is very bad. We want really thank you so much.
In order to address the mess within the Rural Main Market, the minister also passed some resolutions, among which include forming committees to oversee the affairs of the vendors, giving priority to the initial vendors over the new ones while allocating the stalls, as well as investigating and auditing of irregularities in terms of fee collections, among other strategies. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories, President Yoweri Museveni has pledged the government's support in improving the dairy products in the Acholi sub-region. The president, who was in Okidi Parish...
Locals and their leaders from Acholi sub-region has welcomed a new directive the president has issued on the stray balalo and those grazing on public land.
Much as it has been received with a mixed reaction, we are glad the president has made a decision. And the decision is that whoever has not fenced his land must exit. Whoever is not complied must immediately be exited, which is a working position for us. We shall commence the implementations immediately. He says he gives it a period of 3 weeks, that whoever is not compliant, who has no fence, who has no water, who has problem with the land, must leave. These ones we are starting immediately.
4th Division spokesperson, Major Telefa Ture Momanya, says they are ready to kickstart the implementation of the executive order issued by the president.
The moment it was mentioned, and this is the day we have been waiting for, the order is received. Now the implementation plan will continue because it has been in progress. And he has given the executive order a boost and a direction. And in it, you can see as a listening president, very democratic, he listened to all sides.
During his address, President Yoweri Museveni gave 3 weeks to balalo who are grazing on public land and those operating without a fence to leave the region. The order were issued to UPDF 4th Division Commander and the police.
They must all go, and I give them 3 weeks to leave. And they should not go to invade other areas in Uganda. They should go either sell their cows and get money and settle. Because they have already got free money by grazing. Let them sell their cows and go and do other things.
The president also promised to meet different stakeholders in Acholi sub-region to discuss the question of land ownership by balalo who have bought land and those who have rented and fenced their land.
Now, if there are people who have fenced their land, where they are renting and fenced properly, not just then those ones can wait until we discuss it, because we are going to discuss it in more detail. Because it's a new situation, maybe they were not aware, we are now coming in. We shall discuss when we meet the two groups, the group of His Lordship Obidoro and the other group. We shall discuss how to handle the issue now of ownership and renting agreements. How do we handle those hereafter?
The Minister of State for Northern Uganda, Grace Freedom Kuyechwiny, applauded the President for the bold decision he has taken to come and listen to the locals regarding the perception they had on the executive order he issued 6 months ago.
There are 2 voices. One voice is that the balalo must go and go immediately. The other voice has told us, please go slow. Go case by case and let us promote development. And in these 2 areas, Your Excellency, you will wait for yourself.
However, other leaders expressed their concern about the implementers of the directives, who have been greatly compromised during the implementations, and urged President to be tough this time for the success of these new directives.
Since President came out openly, I would say we would be in position now to follow and say what can we do in regard to what President ordered. Sometimes President may order, the security personnel within the district may turn down the information given by President to become their eating slot.
The directive is part of the Executive Order Number 3 of 2023, which was issued by the President while meeting the leaders from Acholi, Lango and West Nile sub-region in Baralege. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories, fears engulfed the residents of Jupanziri East Village, Erusi Sub-County, Nebi District, as the businessman slipped to his death while walking on a broken footbridge. The victim has been identified as Stephen Munguriek, 56 years of age, a resident of Nziri East Village, Erusi Sub-County, as he becomes the second person to be killed by the broken footbridge in this year, 2023. Alfred Jawok reports.
The victim has been identified as Stephen Munguriek, 56 years, a resident of Nziri East Village, Eru Sub-County, as he becomes the second person to be killed by a broken footbridge this year. The late Munguriek was reportedly washed away by running water on Friday night towards midnight as he attempted to cross the broken bridge, and his lifeless body was discovered on Sunday morning by women who went to fetch water 1 kilometer away from where the incident happened. Emilio Kerlet, the brother to the deceased, recalled how his elder brother was helpful to them as he was a seasoned businessman in Erusi Sub-County. He said that the broken bridge will continue killing people if not worked on by the district.
Ma ubiri singa bis e jero te ka pare dar sami tino do wira chala ngatu nam ni chunja ana bin sana so na mu ko de karase la gama dog so dum ni mana wuru ko bange pay paso do chako be penju ka do ngati pare be wato nya en bin sana mana sing sing bi se lo ka du ko ko do chako par ngado su du ngo gam penju wat pare mo ade pe wache tu shuro dong sing a bit echa kayu ngi mama na wuru en dong ko sanya tino de pe en to wache merle dong bit en rati de bolo danu.
According to Charles Oriakun, the area local council one chairperson Jupanziri East Village said the deceased was seen at the trading center and eventually fell into the running water as he attempted to cross the footbridge. Oriakun added that for several times as leaders, they contacted the district to construct a permanent bridge on the water but paid deaf ears.
Awati ka indi kolembe ma piratek ma orwinyo yome gwa shar mo poti ka indi Stephen Munguriek Stephen ka indi pek mo ben wanga ka indi ti yo shir fin magwe matalembe ne bridge mo indi kar ko kare woni ko twat pere malo juti wiengo bir LC3 ku jodongo mungen do ko malo ka woni en dan ma do pota bridge en dum wen ki do ko tuong moko tode ni moko tora gi so wado ni ko wa ku kani ka wondong wa ngo do chebu nyirengo sa moko dong wando ngo pesa ko temle moko ma dong do nyaaw fini I wade dong sa moko ata to tera mamalo ki chebu nyi do yendi magna ngi la meni matale men sa moko pesa ko robo sa ko tem kadi waktu wag mo ade lembe dungo daro ol uti ko shan fin maraj makecha ka woni eni mego ka woni to ka woni en to dango mal sanja le ko waj gi bin ko bangi de gi biginen prigne de ki so binu dengo endon koñ mo dungo tiango ka ndi koñ to bolu pri dungo tiango ndi dane gi dum.
Christopher Pera, Secretary Clan Chief Nziri Clan, has appealed to Nebi District local government to safeguard the community by restoring the broken bridge which connects school and churches in the area. Opera expressed his disappointment over the failure of Nebi District local government to help people at grassroots.
Lembe mu besende wa ti gam party NRM Jubanziri Mar NRN. Juro tela mabe jolo gi mahalo giti FTC. E o keto gin magero mane timo depe. Gamba papati gama mondo magine eno go nguru mutie. Doko no sub county mo mo mi rurusi. Bridge voyogi nguru de vogi. Sika diki do ki central government. Bino la ruare. Gi wato gidana mi sub county gishopo ngo. Mini kalba ne betopcha irusi. Butu doko urario. Para chubu kelu na kalba di wetado ko bridge mayo pe. Rejo wondo ka gibino ken gi wondo nia. Gini gibino tado. Do gi kelu material ti sub county. Vovo marai. Kagibino gin ko ngi wato kororo upe gibeneno go LC gide health center 3 mutie gibeneno go school mi pachaka gibeneno go odia paracel ko gide kakai gide soko mutie eni zodano gibeneno go uketo ngombi ni fare ti ngomi ro so e doka bezongo dano mi gide ni trading center kakai kide magemi ko revenue ni gide ni government kunyo tax kana ngopira na wato kujumi nyano de kom gimeti mo pe eni shirti mo to ni mio ka shopre o mako gelarwa ngo mako na upri mai do buy school de tereto o dia ko yuginde o dubini e.
Meanwhile, when our reporter contacted Nebi District Chairperson Emmanuel Orombi over the incident, he conveyed his condolences to the bereaved family, but said the bridge is on a community road which should have been managed by Rusi Sub-County local government. He added that last year, the district has procured culverts and handed over to a Rusi Sub-County local government. He is optimistic that the bridge will be worked on by the end of this year.
One thing that people need to know, that road is a community access road. It's not a district local government road. It means it is for a Rusi Sub-County to come up with the initiative. But as I was moving around and also for campaign during our work as well, one time I went there, but I saw that there is no sub-county that can manage that. And that's why I went and lobbied for. We have put culverts, garbage boxes, all the materials, even when it comes to procurement. On our part, we have done. Now we are waiting for Rusi Sub-County to start construction. Otherwise, the labor is the one that the Rusi Sub-County is supposed to pay. But all the materials and other things, even if you go at the headquarters right now, you see, for us, we have done our part. And that is lobbying. Otherwise, it's not my initiative. Otherwise, I have bridges like Namkin, I have bridges like Nambuodo, Kibera, then Orieire, and the rest to make. But I have thought it wise that road needed my attention, and as a district head, I've done my part. I pray that they fast track and they do the best they can as for now. But even right now, it is very hard to construct a bridge during rain time. We are thinking that we can start our engineering work probably early December. For now, let our people be very careful. I caution them to work very well when they are passing.
Our attempts to get comments from a Rusi Sub-County chairperson proved futile at the time of filing this story, as his known phone number could not be reached. Recently, 2 children from Jupanziri Primary School were saved by Good Samaritan after they fell into the same water. The footbridge connects over 2,654 people to Jupanziri Health Center 2, school, online market, and churches. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories. The Arua City physical planner Finduru Moses on the 6th of November 2023 was arrested by police and the State House Anti-Corruption Unit officers on the orders of the State Minister for Economic Monitoring, Honorable Akello Beatrice, over the allegedly decision to issue a development permit to a telecommunication company called American Construction Towers Limited to construct a telecom mast behind the Arua Public Library in Hospital Cell on a land that is said to be belonging to the Uganda Land Commission. Take a look.
The Arua City planner, Finduru Moses, on Monday afternoon, 6 November 2023, been arrested by police and State House Anti-Corruption Unit officers on orders of State Minister for Economic Monitoring, Honorable Akello Beatrice, over his alleged decision to issue a development permit to a telecom company called American Construction Towers Limited to construct a telecom mast behind Arua Public Library in Hospital Cell on a land that is said to be belonging to Uganda Land Commission. The State Minister for Economic Monitoring, Honorable Akele Bitres, who tasked the concerned relevant authorities to respond to issues raised in construction of the mosque, contrary to the decision of the City Council and also City Planning Board, ended up directing the arrest of the head of Arua City Physical Planning Board.
Now they are putting up their mosque. Contrary to the council decision, I would like to get response from you over this issue.
Something which I'm not understanding. The city, I thought the city council is above the division council. What mandate, what power does the division council have over the decision of the city council? And also I would like to find out whether the plan to put the mosque was made at the division council meeting, or it is some few people who sat and connived. I don't know whether there's council resolutions to that effect.
Arua City Mayor Honorable Sam Nyakwa Wadri says the workers of the telecom company who are constructing the antenna undermined everyone and the entire city authority by saying they gave orders from above to construct it.
I told those people, stop doing things with the impunity, because I was hearing powers from above. I told them I want to see those big powers from above, whether they are from God or they are from the president. I want to see those big powers. Now, my mayor of Central Division was not now in this meeting on Saturday. So we told those people explicitly, don't do anything. That development permit, which was you are saying to me in possession, is erroneous, is illegal, because I inquired whether the committee was the one that issued. He said no. He said no. He said, town clerk, please receipt that permission. Even if you have development permission, you don't stop there. The building control committee has to sit and give commencement something, permission for you to start now the actual construction. All this were not done. Now on Saturday, when we sat, I was actually angry. Because for me, I was passing to my farm. Then I got a call from him that these people are insisting they needed to be helped. I accepted to pass by. I opened my office. We had a meeting for almost 1 hour. I told them, stop undermining people from up country.
While pinning the outgone resident city commissioner for Arua, Akelo Alice, who presided over the meeting for installation of that project, the Central Division Area Member of Parliament, Honorable Atimali Buti Jackson, says the meeting to give a go-ahead for construction of the telecom mosque was done on a Saturday despite the two mayors of the Central Division, Honorable Mosaic Kemis, and Arua City Mayor, Honorable Wadi Samnyakwa, objecting to it.
This mosque here was built within 2 weeks when he was on leave. I am told while I was in Kampala that meetings were held in the council here. The first meeting was chaired by the then RCC, and my city mayor was in this meeting, and there was another consequent meeting the following day which discussed the same on a Saturday. I don't know if my mayor of the city attended this meeting. My division mayor of Central Division attended the meeting of the Friday, where all of them were rejecting that project of building the mosque. Then on Saturday, another meeting took place which was chaired by the RCC, which my division mayor did not attend according to his briefs to me, and a go-ahead was given to have that mosque built.
Cornelius Joblet, the deputy city clerk for Arua City, affirmed that the senior physical planner, Findru Moses, went ahead to issue the telecom company a development permit when even the physical planning board, which he shares, has never had a meeting over the matter. He explained that a development permit is supposed to be issued after NEMA reports on environmental impact assessment, of which it wasn't done, but the city planner decided to issue the permit.
Set the record straight. The land in question is actually belonging to Uganda Land Commission. The applicant, this is ATC, American Construction Towers, applied to Uganda Land Commission to use part of that land to put their tower, which permission Uganda Land Commission actually granted to them. But on the condition, whatever they're putting, their investment they're putting, they must be approved by the local authorities. Now they went ahead and submitted their plans. And we told them, we cannot look into their plans unless there's EAA report. We told them first, assemble everything that is needed to put up that structure. I went there on ground to stop them verbally. The second time I went with His Worship, the mayor, the DPC, to stop them. But defiantly, these people continued excavating. That was at the excavation level. When these people submitted their plan, one of my officers, the one you are looking for, the senior fiscal planner, actually went ahead and issued what is called development permit. The development permit should not have been issued. It was issued in error. Because development permit can only be issued when the fiscal planning committee, which I chair, sits at the house and the committee never sat. And in that regard, I wrote another letter actually instructing the senior fiscal planner to withdraw that development permit that was issued, because indeed, as the Honorable MP said, we are in agreement with the division. We're in agreement with the division authorities that that structure is illegal, because we knew very well that there's a bigger multi-billion project that is coming there. And all what you see is taking place there was done with impunity. These people did the installation on a Saturday after the mayor told them not to proceed. As soon as we vanished from the site is when they started work.
Peace Oshaki, Osuta Yusuf, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories. Although the construction of Wadilai irrigation scheme is successfully coming to its completion, the residents of the three villages of Ayabu, Paten and Mutri have accused Coal Company Limited for the shoddy works, which have resulted into flooding caused by the heavy rainfall into their gardens. Take a look.
The residents say, although the government of Uganda have made tremendous contributions to boost agriculture in the country, there is still little government's effort in the fight against shoddy work in this country. In Ujigu village, Pakwach district, some members of the area expressed challenges of movement of learners in hard-to-reach areas like Ujigu government prison due to floods, which has cut off the road. Patrick Okwong, who has his 3-acre maize farm in the flooded area, revealed that the floods has destroyed several crops and blamed the contractor for not doing enough work on irrigation scheme. He noted that before the construction of Wadilai irrigation scheme, water will pass through its original pathways in Ora water stream.
Nakachon manong kodi irrigation berupe ingudi ma epi berupe ino nya ke pipong woti yo magakano but irrigation no bino pong wo yo ma eso mo medo kuma yo cha eno ke to pego motika no maduong ino ngo podo pa dano tika nyotre ayi mandango ino ngo ngati furu pen ngati dono ngo los e cha de tiele ngo kwa chmani government mamalo nya eno ngo extension pa I canal no gichopo kamedo no chopo bedo ber ma chopo gwoko pima chopo ka flowing in lela no pere bedo tek.
Ojwega noted that even part of Ragem government prison is also submerged by the floods. Pakwach district chairperson Robert Omitostin equally said he visited the affected residents and promised to make follow-up with the Minister of Agriculture to forge a way forward to quell the situations.
We urgently summon a district disaster management committee meeting chaired by the COW and we drew several stakeholders from DPC, RDC, DISO, heads of departments, DEO, and all the affected departments like agriculture, the production sector. We realized that the excessive flood ravaging the district is affecting almost all sectors because several crops are submerged and people are counting losses. It has forced our people to uproot their immature cassava, and people who invested in some crops like maize, simsim, they are now counting losses. Even rice got submerged, and so livelihood of the people are affected. There are already houses and latrines also that are breaking, and where we are standing right now is the main access to Ragem prison farm, where we have over 450 inmates and over 100 prison warders and officers. It is also the route that leads to the mega government multi-billion 3,000 irrigable land, where government of Uganda so far has spent 70 billion Ugandan shillings. And this is a legacy project of President General Yoweri Museveni in Pakwach district to benefit the entire West Nile. And so access to these services, prison services, and even the services of the irrigation, where we have hundreds of people already practicing irrigation demonstration farm, are all affected. They cannot access their garden. And therefore, for us, as a district, we summon urgent disaster management crisis meeting to ensure we devise a mechanism. We draw to attention of central government, office of the Prime Minister, to join us. It is guaranteed that we are going to experience a very sharp, strange situation of famine.
However, Pakwach Resident District Commissioner Paul Esero, during disaster committee meeting held yesterday at Pakwach District Boardroom, refuted a claim that irrigation scheme is causing floods in Wadlai sub-county. Esero added that floodings is not only in Pakwach District, but also in other parts of the country.
I've been interacting with most of the engineers, even in the site. They have kept on assuring me that it is not the effect of the dam which is causing the flooding down there. Yeah. But these are the normal floods which normally occur. And the truth is, there is rain everywhere. Yesterday I was seeing my colleague from Kakumiro. He was also complaining of the same floods. I also saw in Arua, it had washed, I think, very many bridges. Then even in Obongi here. So it's a general problem. And but the negative propaganda is what we need to counter very fast. So I was even picking signals that there are people who want to sue Queen. They already held a meeting on Sunday. They want to sue Queen because they are causing the floods.
Our efforts to get comments from the contractor Coil Company Limited was futile at the time of filing this story. Wadlai irrigation scheme is a multi-billion government project to improve on commercial agriculture, and it is nearly completions. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories. The mothers of the antenatal clinic at Aurora Regional Referral Hospital.
Mothers from the antenatal clinic at Aurora Regional Referral Hospital have accused the hospital staff of extortion.
Regional Referral Hospital by the State Minister for Economic Monitoring, Honorable Akelo Beatrice Okori, plus a joint team of Aurora City Council, where the mothers expressed that every day they are charged 1,000 shillings per day, money allegedly meant for the purchase of sanitary detergents. Frederick Jamadri reports.
Says the 1,000 shillings that every day. Mothers from the antenatal clinic at Aurora Regional Referral Hospital have accused the hospital staff of extortion. On Monday, during the oversight monitoring at the Referral Hospital by a team led by the State Minister for Economic Monitoring, Beatrice Akelo Akor, and Arua City Council, plus the 2 members of Parliament of Arua Central Division and that of Vaivu East constituency, mothers expressed that every day they are charged 1,000 shillings, money meant allegedly for the purchase of sanitary detergents. Beatrice Abiko, a resident of a Diofe Trading Center who is an attendant for one of the mothers who has delivered at a regional referral hospital, revealed to the team that they are charged 1,000 Ugandan shillings, especially by the cleaners of the hospital.
Per person, just like when your patient is in the theater, they ask that one.
And also in the kitchen, when you want to cook, when you ask for money, they ask for 700.
Rizaro Jane, either a public health officer attached to Oli Health Center 4 in Arua City, whom by press time had brought a referral case of a mother for delivery at the referral hospital, admits that the challenge of inadequate supplies sometimes forces the hospital staff to misbehave.
Supplies like attending to these mothers, like jeeps, maybe chlorine, like liquid soaps, like mama kits, they are all inadequate. They give, but it's not. The gloves are not enough. When they bring supply like this, it cannot last even 1 month. They are over. Because the operations, their deliveries, all technical things need to be, we need to protect ourselves. Because if a health worker doesn't protect herself, she'll get HIV, she'll get hepatitis B. Many of us have died because of that.
However, Mr. Opok Amos, the hospital administrator at Arua Regional Referral Hospital, explains that the hospital is underfunded by government and receives late supplies, something that triggers the hospital staff to seek for alternatives from the patients.
What we plan is not enough. We have a budget of about for this regional referral hospital. But if you do a simple arithmetic, they're about 3 million pounds. If you divide that per capita, that every head may receive only drugs worth maybe less than 5,000.
Early this year, 2 nurses at Arua Regional Hospital were handed over to the police for demanding 2,000 Ugandan shillings from a mother after delivery. Frederick Tamadri, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories, residents of Wadilai and Regem sub-counties in Pakwach district are eager for the stringent actions to tackle the enormous cases of black flies witnessed in the 6 villages, as they blame the Pakwach district health officers for paying deaf ears on the issues which have become threats to their lives, despite the complaints being channeled to them for actions. Take a look.
This report has been imploring the impact of the delayed response by health officials in Pakwach district, as this has left some residents to spend nights without sleeping due to blood flies bites. Imelda Wechi, resident of Oboroweyu village in Wadlai sub-county, Pakwach district, expressed disappointment over the acts by Pakwach health officials, saying that it greatly affects their health.
Wabikadi little less sana kakai ndi village mi Boroweyu kai die. Kawoni yen kulwangen bi shamo makue me bi kawo ke furo furungo ya kuya chwin igungi bi furu na kulwangen bi kei ka ma ko na tim dit pere ento kulwangen bi yongo government bi paro pi wango pirango ularwa wati marash tantu bere dok duong ku kulwangen karashelo ento binu larwa ka larongo ti marash we parano to en.
Mr. Yusuf Uketi, 56 years, resident of Ayabu village, says they have reported the matter to their local leaders, but still now no response. According to Uketi, when the flies bite someone, there is swelling of the body, mouth and other parts of the body.
Keki yili yil moko malarengo dunga karcha utieka kelo gwenye komwa dunga ko mi gamen watem wuci LC marketing lo ken maro lebe mo coupe marketing mo wati ko du eni wati ka yak dung wange nyonyo pong papi wange ngo PNP pong ka kayo nyoto jim jamwa cheke an nyinga gilongo Keti Yusuf wati village mo gilongo Boroweyu village ka moti yeni wa mi report mapol wa mapol edo gin moko result moko mudu wa nyama nda e upe kada chiel mo bedu eni man mo bedu eni man aneno tiana de mo yila ede ne chalo eni chabte mo yelo de en neno tiana de yila yin mitutungo man te ya ede me ka kama ge kayo gwenya de dungu chakre kadi nge chinga egi no uchidi mo cho chole ka kai ede ka en uchidi dungu eno gwenya no.
Last week, one of the affected victims crippled due to effects of the flies. However, during the recent joint meetings involving the health workers, management of the health centers, and section of leaders of Pakwach district held to identify solutions to the problems, Robert Chanpara, an entomologist with Pakwach district local government, confirmed that the people living along Ora River stream are facing the challenges of blood flies. Chanpara said samples of the victims were taken to Central Laboratory in Kampala and they are yet waiting for the results from the Minister of Health for actions.
As I talk now, the insects are still multiplying because of the floods, because the environment has become conducive. It has become a breeding site for the black flies. And we have received complaints from prison, from the OC prison recently when we held our district security committee meeting, and they briefed us that the prisoners are suffering from those bites, and therefore we have discussed with the district health officer, Dr. Ajal, and another team will be dispatched to go to wildlife and take appropriate actions.
Dr. Paula Jal, the Pakwach district health officer, notified the residents and advised them to sleep under mosquito nets as they wait from the Minister of Health to find remedies for the flies. Ajal further revealed that the black flies causes chronic disease in the skin if not well handled.
These nuisance flies, or which is a family of flies we call black flies, they live along streams and they prefer fast flowing water which is available in the area around wildlife. So they live along those streams, they breed, they lay their eggs in the water, they hatch into larvae, which eventually develops into the adult flies, which adult flies are the ones which feed on human beings. Now, the reason they bite is because they want to feed on your blood. So, and the first sense they have is a shape of a person. So, the moment they see a shape, then they'll move towards you. And then they want a warmth. They will detect where there is your mouth, where there is something coming, warmth coming out, and then they will come and get on your body and bite. The bites are irritating. For them, they suck the blood, but they irritate. They cause what we call inflammation, in a reaction on your skin.
When our reporter visited some of the affected villages this afternoon, it was found out that some children and women are the most affected since they are exposed to the environment during daytime. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories, the Regional Northern Uganda Cancer Center is now running a 1-week head and neck surgery for patients who are diagnosed with head and neck cancer. The surgery is being conducted with assistance from a team of doctors from the University of Cincinnati from the United States of America. This is the first surgical camp being done at the Regional Northern Uganda Cancer Institute 3 months after the center began partially receiving cancer patients from the region. Take a look.
Kahire Alex from Kalerwe district have been receiving treatment from Mulago Hospital for the last 1 year, waiting for the surgery. But the congestion at National Cancer Institute has been a big barrier to him.
Nearly the whole of this year I've been visiting, making appointments. Until then, one doctor said we have a cancer campaign, it will help you, because it will take us about 2 or 3 weeks. So you will be missing us. If you can travel, go. When I traveled here, first thing, the image I got, that this is really a hospital. I liked the hospitality of the workers, the doctors, the nurses. They welcomed us very well.
Alex, whose appointment for surgery has been failing from Mulago due to congestions of the hospital, at one point tried to move to Mengo Hospital, where he was asked to pay 7 million for his operation, amount he could not pay. But the Regional Cancer Center in Gulu, with support from University of Cincinnati in USA, saved him.
5 doctors were very busy on me, and it took me 8 hours in the theater. Took me out to the recovery room. In the recovery room, they did everything possible to make me feel fine. Then 2 days I was brought in another ward. Each time there is someone to check on me. That is one of the things I've liked in this hospital. There is always someone to check.
Dr. Otiti Jeff says that government, in its wisdom, thought it wise to bring service closer to the people of northern Uganda. And that is why this year head and neck surgical camp was brought to northern Uganda to try the new medical equipment at the new Regional Cancer Center in Gulu City.
Last week we were actually starting our first really test running our theaters to see that they're functioning. We were able to do some cases, most of them were gyne and urology, so the theaters are working well. And we had scheduled to actually have a head and neck camp this week to tackle the cases. I wouldn't say that the trend is rising here in northern Uganda, but we do have cancers everywhere. Most of the head and neck cancers are due to smoking and alcohol, and the majority of cases.
Dr. Shad Zenda, a professor in Head and Neck Surgery University of Cincinnati, says they are coming to work with Uganda doctor is to provide additional support to ENT doctors, given the influx here nose and thorax diseases in the country, which is overwhelming the existing doctors.
The spectrum of diseases, one is there aren't enough ENTs to treat the ear, nose, and throat disease early, so we often see ear disease more advanced, or even benign tumors of the jaw more advanced than what we would see in the U.S., where there's more physicians to care for those patients. So I don't know if it's a higher burden, but I think with the number of disease that they have, the number of people that live in Uganda, there's a lot of work for these good doctors to do. And again, it's just good that we can come over and partner and work together. I think.
Dr. Latim Ivan, a medical officer in charge of Uganda Cancer Center, Northern Region, says despite receiving an influx of people with cancer visiting their facility on a daily basis, so far 13 patients have registered for this camp.
So we are making about 4 months on the ground, and it has been partially opened, and we have been offering outpatient care to the patients. The total number of patients as of yesterday was 126 patients. for which 62 patients were cases which were newly diagnosed. And the rest of the cases were patients who were in our care in Kampala, but due to finances and other reasons, they couldn't continue with their care because they lost the follow-up patients. So these are the people we reabsorb them to care and we continue with their care. So
Gulu Regional Cancer Center is a planned public specialized care medical facility owned by Government of Uganda through Ministry of Health to provide care for cancer patients in northern region. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories. The Office of the President has blamed Arua district officials for being adamant over the stalemate of the over 900 million shillings bridge construction project in Arua district. A Droy bridge, a double span measuring 20 meters long, has been constructed to link the access roads between Avura and Ivu sub-counties, has turned to be a bushy area scaring human beings from crossing the stream. Frederick Jamadri reports.
The Office of the President has apportioned blames on Arua district officials for being adamant over the stalemate of the over 900 million bridge construction project. A Droy bridge of a double span measuring 20 meters long being constructed to link access roads between Vura and Arivu sub-counties has turned to be a bushy area scaring humans from crossing the stream. During her recent visit to the district, the State Minister for Economic Monitoring in the Office of the President, Beatrice Akello, tasked the district leaders to explain why the project could not proceed.
Then there is a Droy bridge in Vura sub-county. This Droy bridge has been abandoned. Is it true, engineer?
In response, the district acting engineer, Tio Oda, explained that the contract incapacitated and failed to deliver the work in time. He further stressed that since the contract was central awarded from the Ministry of Agriculture, the district has little accounts to make on the transactions.
Let's take interest in that. The records are there at my youth headquarters. We have some of the records. The contractor is said to be staying in Kampala. I've not seen the office, but at least he speaks Luganda.
Seen as a bushy area, a Droy bridge has never yielded to serve the population. The resident district commissioner, Geoffrey Okishwa, urged ministries to totally decentralize procurement processes for local government development projects to avoid a repeat of such event.
These projects are broad, particularly these ones of hybrid procurement. They are procured from Kampala for the benefit of the people locally here in the district. So we need to get in the future directly involved as a district in the procurement process. Not just coming in to tell the district that the project has been brought, you supervise.
The contractor to date has not surfaced at the site. In 2021, Government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industries and Fisheries, MAIF, procured MWL Company Limited to construct the 980 million Ugandan shillings Droy Bridge in Arua district under the Agriculture Cluster Development Program, whose contract period ended in 2022, while works remain at initial stages. Frederick Jamadri, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories. A section of Greater Nebi leaders in Nebi district are angry with the rampant cases of animal theft in the lower local council government units of Akworo, Parombo Sub-County and Parombo Town Council, respectively. Take a look.
When our reporter visited some of the affected areas like Alego East and Alego West, Angabakasato, Padelo C, Dey and Falung, among others, the leaders accuse some local council one chairpersons for what they call as discrimination in solving the matter illegally. Ronald Tomwaukumu, chairperson local council 3 Parombo Town Council, said 2 weeks ago some residents intercepted over 12 cattle at Pangere village believed to have been stolen from Kral in Nyaravur sub-county, Nebi district. Tomwa urged other stakeholders and local leaders from grassroots to sensitize people about the danger of theft if one is apprehended. he blamed some animal owners who give little attention to their animals at night.
As people in authority, with the sister forces, we have the UPDF detached in Pangere, and then we have the Uganda Police Force, Parombo Police Station. Though the numbers are handy, we have been controlling, and when we get due diligence, due information, we do act, and with our sister security agencies in Congo, we have been mandatory reparation. Case in point, we managed to got around 11 cows from DRC Congo, and then they were identified, and then we gave them back to the owners.
Lawrence Okecha, Local Council 3 chairperson Parombo Sub-County, equally added his voice that Parombo Sub-County, being at the border with Pakwash and Nyaravu, has leaders. They have appealed to the Office of Security in Nebi District, but nothing is done to help the animal owners. He added that the animals help people to pay school fees, dowries, and other cultural demands, but they are stolen and you become stranded.
There is tendency actually for me to appeal, in fact, to the higher authorities, that is the security officers. Let them also come to our rescue, because it is too much. This thing could be stopped if at least few of them could be arrested, then taken for what? For custody. But unfortunately, it's difficult. But we are trying our level best, at least to talk to them, particularly these villagers. Let us come together and see that we control these thieves coming to our sub-county, because these animals is a sort of wealth for us. When you talk of education, this animal could be actually sold. Then they help us in paying fees, paying uniform, and all others. This is hindering our development within the sub-county and the town council of Parombo, including also Ashana.
However, when our reporter spoke to Robert Omitostin, the Pakwach district chairperson attributes the theft of animals to some local council one chairpersons who connive and issue animal movement permits with stamps without being verified by the district veterinary officer. He added that the thieves are very arrogant in managing the mission. They are found of beating young boys assigned to look after the animals and later steal them.
Whenever some suspicious characters are gone, they should ensure they straight away deliver these people to police. Else he should not also accept to agree on resolving matters of animal theft. It is a very serious crime because it has a serious negative effect on people's properties and wealth. That means thieves are working against government, more especially against the socio-economic transformation pillar, the third pillar of NRM, on transforming life, creating wealth, and enhancing prosperity, so that at the end we can secure the future of Ugandans. So those are our enemies. These thieves, animal thieves, are our enemy number one. So we are not going to allow that. So that means it becomes a very serious criminality that I condemn. And therefore, for Pakwach district, I want to caution the LC ones to stop indulging themselves in involving, maybe engaging on matters of animal theft. Such matters must straight away be reported to police as a criminal case, and this person straight away subjected to the long arm of the law, so that we pick these. The moment some thieves are got, they act as serious litmus papers, and then they face the rest.
Omito further revealed that in the month of October, security personnel managed to arrest the leaders of the animal thieves in Dei sub-county bordering Uganda from the southwest part of Pakwach district. He, however, promised to continue operation to crack down animal thieves in Pakwach district. Some of the village chairpersons have expressed concern, saying because they were not informed in writing and nothing much they can do, and urges both parties to revise their social stability. They task the District Security Committee to allow them exercise their duties as local council one chairpersons. Reports from Navy Police indicate that over 256 cattle were stolen from the month of March to October this year, and over 7 suspects have been convicted for their own plea of guilty. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And that viewer marks the end of the NILE CAST.